And... oh, yeah, there we go. I am back. Hello, hello. We have lost a Hemmy. He wasn't feeling too good, so he's taking a bit of a break, trying to clear out the sinuses, get rid of the whatever's causing the allergic reaction. Freaky! Have we spoken to Mr. Mechanicum, dude? We've only just got to the bunker, Freaky. I don't know who you're talking about. Or is the bunker the... oh, this is where the governor is. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Hello, Zangief. So today you made a new thing called bourbon balls. Imagine chocolatey, boozy balls with pecans covered in powdered sugar. It sounds delicious, Zangief. Sounds wonderful. He's a shop. I have not, Freaky. Okay, let's go see. I did tell him I'd call him back if anything important story-wise started to happen, but I think we're just going to be handing stuff in to the governor. Yeah, okay. We'll hand things in and I'll fill him in afterwards. He is the red dude, Freaky. Okay, this guy, Tech Priest, Quartz Creme. Wonderful. Well, this will be our first proper little trading thing, won't it? Zangief, you don't want to state the obvious, but most of them are in some way red. I was going to say that too, Zangief. That's why I'm trying to clarify. They are wearing a lot of red indeed. Okay, Governor Medina. Greetings again, your ladyship. I can't express how grateful I am for your help. I'm sorry, I cannot replace the Hemmy voice acting. You'll just have to use your imagination. Pretend it is Arnold Schwarzenegger, or whatever he might have been last time. Now that the insidious heretic's designs have been thwarted, nothing stands in the way of my plans or yours. With Aurora dead, the spirit of the revolt is waning. Entire squads of rebels are surrendering, and we are witnessing the final days of uprising. I have already assigned the order to allocate 2,000 first-class Voidfarers to you. Their transfer to your ship should begin any minute now. Profit factor 5! Ooh! Lovely, I should have checked more. Tech Priests wear the red of Mars. We have noticed they wear a lot of red, but I didn't realize it was from Mars. That's very interesting, Freaky. I would also like to salute the savior of Rykad Minoris, and I already have a festive celebration to be held in your honor. We will celebrate your victory with an ancient custom, the Triumph. This is killing my voice. You will drive through the city streets, accompanied by a guard of honor, as benefits a heroine who has vanquished the Imperium's enemies. Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't think I can keep doing this. While your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds, let me know once you have concluded your business in this system and are ready for the triumph to begin. Governor Medina is positively ablaze with enthusiasm. Don't. Thank you, Zangief. I think I might have to give that one up. I apologize. Mars is the homeworld of the Mechanicum, Freaky. Excellent, good to know. Gaining 5 profit factor does seem really good, because that's a bunch more stuff we can just buy. We can just have, with no repercussion. It's very cool. Oh, Idera shrieks and blindly reaches for the air in front of her. She rubs her eyes nervously. Oh, for Grok's sake! What the Captain? What the? Lord Captain, I can't see anything. Only pitch blackness. Pitch black darkness. What is Grok's sake? A large, semi-domesticated reptile. Groks are most commonly bred as livestock or used as beasts of burden. Starting the Triumph is big story stuff happening? Oh no! Oh, is there anything else I can do around here? The governor chuckles nervously and fidgets with his collar. Are you being facetious, ma'am? Idera, another prophecy? Grim dark cow alien. That's a good descriptor, Thanix. I have no idea. Darkness has enveloped me. Bam! Like some kind of veil. But I've not gone blind, no. It is the darkness I see. It is the only thing I see. No idea what that means. But the whole thing reeks, Lord Captain. I don't like the look of it in the slight. Oh. Adira stares at her hands as if she's never seen them before. It's gone. Medina breathes a sigh of relief. You have no doubt been through a lot lately, ma'am. Small wonder your vision had a dim spell with all this shooting everywhere, let alone all these maimed and maddened insurgents. It will be all right. The festivities will distract you, and you'll feel right as rain again. Okay, well, look, I have other business in the system at the moment. Well, then I daren't delay you any longer, your ladyship. Good, all right, lovely. We have a triumph to attend. Firstly, though, let's see what we've got to trade, maybe. Deal with unfinished business before the triumph. This is good to know. The painfully thin tech priest turns sharply toward you. The sudden movement makes his chromed augmetics briefly clang. His grey eyes, set into furrowed brows, almost blend into the pale skin of his face, and he levels you with a heavy, dour stare. Or at least they serve the same purpose as a cow. Yeah, reptilian, less cow-like, but serving the same purpose. I think that still tracks, Thanix. That's all we've got left. Ah, bother. Wasn't there a planet we haven't scanned yet? It probably doesn't have much for us, though, does it? Identification. Unit Logus Quartz Krame. Official trade representative of the Explorer Cognizant Fleet. The unit supervises supply routes in the Owlcat system, ensures the security of combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts. When the tech priest notices Pascal, his eyes widen. His Vox unit immediately lets out a string of screeching binaric, a tortuously long tirade in which the volume rises and falls seemingly at random. When it is finally over, the omnisized servant bows his head in deference. That's fair, Freaky. We will have a look. Unit Quartz Cram requests permission to transfer information. The rogue trader possesses a supreme degree of power. The potential to influence the current leadership. The ability to restore the Owlcat system. Ooh! Yes, I'm intrigued. First, though, can I please see your arsenal? I accept the commercial transaction. Woohoo! I do think we got a thing on profit factor. Or maybe we didn't. It's a measure of your status, wealth, and power as a rogue trader. Its value is determined by your trade connections, income of your holdings, treasury and loans both to and from you. The value of your profit factor is displayed in the bottom right corner of your inventory screen. While traveling, your character will use profit factor for buying items and completing colonial projects. Profit factor is not spent on purchases and transactions. This would have been very useful earlier. Instead, its level determines your ability to conclude trade transactions. Profit factor can grow or diminish. Its growth is primarily influenced by major trade deals and is decreased by investments in colonial projects. Equipment, weapons, and other items can be found at vendors of various factions throughout the Coronis Expanse. To trade with them, profit factor and reputation are required. They are not spent on purchases, but their level, one or both at once, affects the range of goods available to you. Reputation is a measure of the rogue trader's relationship with the different factions of the Coronis Expanse. The higher the reputation of the faction, the wider the range of goods available. Wonderful. Very good. Oh, this is not much, is it? But do we not have higher reputation? Explorations, reputation 0. This is Tech Priest, Quartz Cram. Individual. Oh, it's an individual trade agreement. Now, can I increase this? He wants holy goods, heretic trophies. Is this what he wants and this what we can give? An armor kit. Like, are these little bounties we could hand into him? Hide untradeable. Provisions. Oh, ranged weaponry. All the loot you have collected goes to reputation. Okay. So if I select this, ooh, aha, there we go. 100 reputation. Trade. It's hard to max them all. Okay, gotcha. So save some loot for other factions. Good to know. Thank you, Thanix. Let's see if there's anything I would really like from him from second level here. Stabilizing braces. When the wearer uses run and gun, they gain agility bonus divide by 2, bonus damage on their ranged attacks. Pretty good. Oh, ouch. What is this? Bolter weapon? So this is an Argenta kind of thing. Lots, quite high recoil. Damage 8 to 12. Max ammo 4. Meh. Modified bolter 7 to 12. Again, high recoil. Are all bolter weapons quite high recoil? Psychic body glove. That seems very cool. The wearer ignores the first critical hit damage in combat. Base armor property is 3 times psi rating % dodge. Sorry, plus 3 times psi rating % dodge if the wearer's willpower is more than 40. It's not much, but it is some, and that seems quite nice. The rest, I'm not sure, seems too crazy. First aid manual? Using a first aid kit costs 1 AP less, but no less than 0. That makes sense. Bolt is a bone-breaking recoil in lore. Human-rated ones are not as bad, but still heavy recoil. Gotcha, Thanix. Thank you. In Act 2, stuff available is increased by a lot. Do you reckon I should just hang on to things then and wait for Act 2? There are some bits that multiple groups want. Okay, maybe I should just be hanging on to this for now until I see what everyone's offering. What is the Analyst's Helmet? When the wearer kills a target with an exploit, using a single or dead-eye shot, the nearest enemy immediately gains 1 exploit. That's kind of cool. I'll grab the multi-keys for sure. That shouldn't affect my profit factor. No problem. And we might as well take this helmet, right? That could be quite cool on Adara, but Adara doesn't use a shot. Could be good on Pascal. I'm not sure what Pascal is currently wearing. Alrighty, so we kind of want to go make sure we've wrapped up everything in this area. Let's see what our our only quest now is Taste of Victory. Okay, I'll tell you what, just to make sure we're being thorough. Oh, hello, Hemmy. Have I selected everyone? There we go. To the upper way, to the void ship. You can get them for free, no effect on your profit factor. We found that out last time, which is really cool, but we would have appreciated the tutorial, and I'm always nervous with multi-stacks. I'm like, are those all within my profit factor, or do they all add on top of each other? But it seems to all be within my profit factor, which is really neat. It's very different for a video game. And we can still go back to Thunderfang. I don't suppose they'll have anything new. These are just points of interest, eh? Yeah, nothing especially different here. When the wearer kills an enemy in a 1-cell radius with a shot, they gain +1 resolve until the end of combat? When the wearer kills an enemy in a 1-cell radius, does that mean an enemy with melee, essentially? What does Abelard currently have? Because that could be amazing. Good to know. Thank you, Frankie. That could be really good. Oh, with a gun in melee range. Oh. Yeah, it says with a shot. Okay, well that's less likely to be useful. If that stacks, though, that could be so good on someone like Argenta. Still, we're not really looking for it. The medkits would be nice. Stalker gloves. I currently have +5% damage and +5% critical chance. So those are really good. If the wearer's ranged attack hits an enemy, the wearer gains plus 5% bonus to critical hit chance for the next ranged enemy attack against the same enemy. My gloves are much better. Gosh. Okay, yeah, okay, good to know. The dev said they want to show that you're so rich you don't need to care about money. Only limiting factor is if the faction wants to sell you the good stuff. So we've heard, and I think that's a really neat way of visualizing the kind of immense wealth someone that essentially runs planets has. And I think that's really cool. I think that's a really cool way of doing it. Now, I do want to go see Rykad Majoris. Ba-boom. Interesting that we got a little, like, signal pop up as we went past the planet. Begin the scan. Ooh, there is in fact something here. Unidentified void ship. Cool, let's go explore. Augurs notice a large object amongst the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship. So augurs were scanners, I think, was what you guys told us last time. A void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged. Rocks around it scattered by the force of the gigantic machine's crash landing. The augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard or near the vessel. Xenos? Check, huh? Send a squad to the planet to explore the void ship. The landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. The colossal void ship before them is covered in spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. That is quite the mental image. That's really cool. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called Dukari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long... Sorry, my brain is beginning to scatter. The void ship emits a long, woeful creak, as if promising to drag along into the abyss below anyone who dares disturb its slumber. Hey, we got some experience out of it. Dark elf stuff, yeah. Cool. I quite like that Dukari, or Dark Elf, starts with D, and it makes it a lot easier for me to connect the two in terms of what they are. Freaky, the question mark symbol isn't a deploy, and look at thing is just a conversation. That's fine, that's fine. So we could have, Abelard suggests finding out what Xenos were doing in the Rykad system. Taking heed of the Seneschal's recommendations, the rogue trader orders to send more people to the planet. I mean, I am intrigued. I would like to know. Anxious, Adara tells the Lord Captain that voices in her head are screaming repeated words, Harbinger, darkness, and death. There's definitely some kind of scheme going on here that I feel is all connected, some kind of big something connected to the warp. Which I know seems obvious, but between Aurora and Kunrad and this, it feels much bigger and more interconnected than just one random warp-crazed person. Thanix, they have to change it to copyright? It used to be a much simpler name. Oh, really? What did it used to be? Not wanting to tempt destiny, the rogue trader decides to recall people. I think even if this is the case, I want to find out what's down there. Although maybe that is going to cause problems. It was just Dark Elder. Interesting. And why did that cause copyright issues? Agenda eagerly says the only good Xenos is a dead one. True servant of the Emperor shouldn't soil their hands with Xenos technology. Or we could just order that more people be sent to the Xenos ship to collect any valuable findings. Being the God Emperor's chosen, the rogue trader won't go digging around Xenos trash. The artifacts of the enemies of humanity should be wiped from the Cronus expanse. On one hand, I want cool loot. On the other hand, this seems sensible and we have destroyed everything warp-related before. and dark elf in fantasy. So you think they changed it for both settings to make both copyrightable. Makes sense, Thanex. Makes a lot of sense. I prefer it. Sorry, I prefer Drukhari. Oh, Eldar, just alien, no warp? Yeah, I like a proper word for them, rather than just borrowing from other fantasy. Because we can make the connection, we can go, oh, okay, well, they're the Dark Elves. But I like that in universe they have a different name. Let's see. I think I like the first option. Abelard suggests finding out what Xenos were doing in the Rykard system. The rogue trader orders to send more people to the planet. I hope this isn't going to kick me in the butt. After 2 watches of hard labor, the workers managed to stabilize the Drukhari void ship. The soldiers who entered the vessel were met with lifeless bodies of Xenos who had died when the void ship crashed. The void ship itself, following its abominable nature, came to life, immediately craving to sate its wicked appetite for human death. The vessel's systems have reacted to the intruders, and seemingly senselessly cruel, deadly traps have been activated on all decks. No! Oh! Agility test succeeded. Monstrous contraptions designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate the victims took the soldiers by surprise, but were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. Phew. The soldiers found several curious pieces of xenotech on the sinister void ship, but no data could shed light on why it came to the Rykard system. Well, he got some cool stuff out of it. We didn't lose too many people. I probably should have heeded Idara's warning, though. Oh, Drukhari weapon? Strength 60? Exotic. Piercing splinter cannon. That sounds intriguing. Neil, hello. How are you doing, Neil? What's kicking, Kiwis? You're multitasking? What are you multitasking with, Neil? We are enjoying our last weekend of the summer break. With some streaming, we were going to head out to the beach, but the weather here is very unpredictable. Alrighty. What do you mean not explored? I just explored it and lost people for it. So unfortunately, that looks like it's about that. Let's head back to the bridge. Oh, you're playing Dota 2, Neil. How's it going? I apologize for the mention. I do me a honky. You bought a bicycle for getting to the big school, but you don't have an exact right match to batten everything perfectly. What? Is this in reference to Dota 2? What does this mean, Neil? What does it mean? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, look at that. I have another level. Oh, how exciting. We're getting really close to choosing our next archetype, which is very cool. And I think there are a lot more levels here. How many levels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? I think there are. You more or less get to do it at the end of Act 1. That's awesome. I love it. Thanex says Splinter Cannon is very good, though requires a lot of investment. Heavy weapon can drop it to 35 strength, but you still need Drukhari weapon proficiency. Yeah, that is a lot of investment. Still, sounds awesome. I might not use it. Maybe we'll have someone later who I can spec into it a little bit more. Oh, very good. Anyway, so I want to be working into Master Tactician. For now, though, wow, I really enjoy leveling up this quickly. Feels good. We have some common talents. What was I looking at last time? Well, here's a question. Is it silly to be speccing into multiple weapon types? Should I just be sticking with the physical projectile weapon types? Or should I be like, oh yeah, las weapons are great, I should get those as well? Because to me that feels unnecessary. But that is coming from something like Wasteland 2 and 3, where you are tight for any kind of abilities and upgrades and talents. You pick one and you stick to it. You've spec'd into 2 yourself, Reiki? Oh, okay, good to know. And maybe you think you can spec into a few Thenix? Because my current sniper rifle is really good as a las weapon. Just not too much. Okay, gotcha. Minus 20% penalty to dodge. But also... Oh, solid shot is kind of limited, is it? Okay, well maybe I'll wait and see what other sniper rifles pop up, and then maybe I'll spec into those as we go. Oh. Nom nom. So last time I picked up It Will Not Die. Boosted my hit points up a little. What else is going to be beneficial to me? I could definitely get some more of these skills. Common talents. Maybe Grenadier would be cool. First grenade use does not spend AP and does not count towards the attack. Limit turn. Because the rest of these are nice, but they're not so good that I feel super compelled to pick them up. Like Bloody Mess sounds great, but it's whenever we score critical hits, so already that is quite limited, and then it's only a 10% chance on top of that. I feel like this is going to be relevant so infrequently that I might as well get something else. Contagious Luck. Kind of cool. It might become better actually once I get Master Tactician. Let's remind myself what Master Tactician does. Gains 1 stack of tactical advantage per every 5 momentum gained by the Master Tactician or their allies. Master Tactician begins combat with amount of tactical advantage stacks equal to their Fellowship bonus, and that should now be Intelligence bonus because I got the Be Smart talent from Voidborn. And what is tactical advantage? Master Tactician empowers their next attack to deal plus 4% additional damage for every stack of tactical advantage. Ooh, that's nice. Loses half their stacks rounded up. I hope that isn't like a 1 AP ability. Bloody Mess is good for weapons with high fire rate, not so much for sniper. That makes a lot more sense, Thanix, yeah. Eldar and Dukari have very good snipers down the line, but that's for like level 20. I mean, we're close to level 20. Do you think that's something I should look into? What's my final one here? Oh, interesting. Okay. So this is really the last chance. That was the last chance I had to choose any soldier abilities. Wow. Okay. Gotcha. Not that my other abilities are particularly impressive. Talents. Swift movements, I think. Always good. But again, as long as I'm full AP, I get that additional movement and ballistic skill. Still, swift movements would be good once my hit points have been damaged a little. You use it for your sniper at least. Oh, fascinating. Okay. The Eldar and Dukari sniper? So is that in... Let's see. Proficiencies. Eldari weapon proficiency. What does that require? Oh, I need to boost my lore then. Interesting. Oh, and I need character level 22. Gotcha. I mean, I can still be working towards that. Or base skill lore Xenos. Of which I have neither. Can I get either of those? Not right now. So maybe I grab one of those here. You only need to boost lore one time. I might just pick it here then. Because certainly while I'm a sniper, I'm not going to pick up any other companions who are snipers. And I know from profile, or I don't know, but from just profile pictures that I've seen Owlcat post, it looks like we get a sniper elf companion at some point. I know that's a little spoilery. I don't know anything about them. It's just my assumptions based on their profile picture. But with me being the sniper, they are unlikely to earn a place in my team. Nothing else here really stands out. Like, I can happily do without any of these. Like, just a flesh wound. This would be awesome. But I can't rely on it in any way, shape, or form. It's a 20% chance to survive if I die. If I go down. It seems so unreliable. All the companions are on most of the splash pages, so not really a spoiler. Exactly, Freaky. It's like I've seen them around. Oh, Nimble could be good. You're right, Thanix. Do I get Nimble? Is that here? Where? I feel like Grenadier could be really good. I like the idea of taking Grenadier. Near the top. Nimble, nimble, nimble. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a good pickup, eh? Yo, I guess. It feels less relevant for her, because I feel like I'm going to be putting her into cover most of the time. Okay, hold on, sorry. Going to have a look at Master Tactician here. Oh, we get abilities off the bat. Exciting. Oh, more talents. Okay, so it is going to be a while. Agility, willpower. Yeah. I think here I'm going to pick up lore. Xenos is what I need. Base skill, lore, Xenos. Because I think it's going to be a while before I can, again. And then either Drukhari or Aldari. Yeah, it just needs lore Xenos or base skill lore Xenos. Sweet. That seems easy enough. Long rifle, shuriken catapult, and others. I love how this one lists some examples of Eldari weapons, and this one just goes, yeah, Drukhari. Sure. Yeah, I think I'll set myself up like that, because I don't want to be limited if I pick up really cool sniper rifles, and then I cannot use them for levels and levels and levels. Now here, I no longer have Argenta, so I need to be taking over Demolition. Very good. I'm happy with that. Again, not a super exciting level for me, but I think I just have to set myself up for the next levels. Heinrichs, we should probably level up now? Or do I only level him when I take him out? It's a good question. That's the Hemmy we're not using. This is my girl Cassia. Ooh. Okay, here's something I've seen a few times, and I'd love to know if you guys see this. I don't know if it's caused from us leaving co-op, because I've only ever seen it when I'm playing by myself, and Hemmy hasn't been part of the co-op group. But sometimes, the talents you've picked just don't show up here. Oh, I wonder if this is where we take stuff that normally wouldn't show up for Officer. Like here is where we definitely would have taken Navigator abilities. Is that why it's not showing up? That's so weird. Okay, well, I would like to level, please. Why can I not level? Oh, because I'm currently leveling Heinrichs. Okay, let's see if this changes then. Yeah, see, now they show up. There we go. Can you close and reopen the level window? Thank you, Thanix. There we go. That'll be exactly what it is. That's very strange that when you're looking at the specialist, like Psyker and Navigator abilities, they don't show up from anyone else's window. Very interesting. Okay. So, for her characteristics, I think we want to keep pushing that willpower up. Yeah, I think so. What else was scaling on perception? Oh, you noticed it fixed it for us last time. Sweet, thank you, Thanax. That's exactly what it is. You suppose it's because they're not available to the other characters. That makes sense, but, like, neither are the other archetypes. It makes sense. That makes sense. I can see that happening in a programmy kind of logic way. Yeah, I think I'll keep pushing her willpower as far as we can. Her non-damaging abilities, scale of perception. Ah, thank you. Tell you what, we can actually just go have a look, can't we? Let's see. Reveal the light is based on willpower. Notch of purpose. We don't know what was the talent we got that upgrades that. Perilous ways. That +5 damage is based on willpower. You're all, no, that's okay, Thanix. I appreciate you helping out, and we can have a look and we'll learn together. You know some are, I'm sure, yeah, no problem. Frankie, by that you mean it isn't possible for it to become available to that character. Yeah, I get you. That's why I think it's makes sense in a programmy logic kind of way. Voice of command is based on fellowship. Yeah. Bring it down is not... Oh! If the ally is under the effect of voice of command and kills an enemy, the ally gains a one-time +10 momentum. Good gosh! So that's... Jeez, that's amazing. I need to remember that that is part of Bring It Down. Goodness gracious. Finest hour is not based on anything. Notch of purpose, that was... The damage for that was willpower. This is willpower. This is... willpower. Okay, everything at the moment is based on willpower. So I think I will continue to boost. There we go. I think I've got some passives here that are something else. I really like Ebb and Flow. I'm glad I picked that up. Fellowship bonuses. Oh, finest hour upgrade. What was that based on? We'll never know. Okay, good. What else was there? Veil of Protection, that's just flat. God, she's so good. I forgot how good she was. Even still. Yeah, that's good. That's not based on anything. Guide of Souls isn't based on anything. Inspire Courage. That is probably Fellowship. Oh, no, that's Willpower. Okay. It's all Willpower at the moment. Thanix, in your late game, you can use Heroic Acts almost every turn? Wow, cool. Okay, that is awesome. That means that stuff that, you know, boosts people by using heroic abilities aren't the worst things to get. Now for her, we should probably go down here. Although this is her last chance to get anything officer related. But common talents aren't officer things, are they? No, they are not. I don't think she needs swift movement at the moment. She's got so much good stuff. I really don't want her using a weapon much at all, so I think we're not going to go into that at all. Again, these defensive ones could be really beneficial for her. But I feel like we can fill that out once we've got everything else, right? She can take this, but she can't use heavy weapons. What? Okay. I mean, Okay. For some reason I thought there were more requirements to take these, but it's not. That's on me. I was just misremembering. So down here, there are just too many good skills I need to pick up. If only I could remember which ones I'd favorited. Heavy weapon is available for all people. You just have to make sure you have the strength for it. Yeah, absolutely, Thanix. That's quite a trap I could see myself falling into. It's just extremely high without proficiency. That makes sense. The Navigator gains +5 to Fellowship and an additional +1 for every Navigator talent and or Navigator power taken. I do think that would be amazing now. I could pick that up now because I've taken quite a few already. Boost that Fellowship just all the way up. That would be kind of nuts. That would be really cool. There are other ones though. Allies that are targeted by Navigator's abilities gain +5 to all resistance tests. I'm sure that's going to be good. The effect stacks with every applied Navigator ability. But again, we just haven't been faced with that much warp stuff yet. I'm sure we're going to get to a fight where I wish I had that. But until we get there, it feels kind of useless. While under the effect of any Navigator power, enemies have their armor reduced. Yes, very nice. This reduction is increased by the devastating parameter of the Navigator's staff. Oh, this one I do like. No, it wasn't this one, was it? Whenever an enemy fails resistance test, attacks against them gain bonus crit chance, which sounds great if she's stunning them. The effect stacks, oh, but is reset by a critical hit. So really this only works for one person? They crit and then it's removed? This is again amazing as she was taking damage, which I don't really plan for her to be doing. Still incredibly good. If their perception is higher than her agility, her dodge is calculated on perception instead. I do think that would be great. That'll help her avoid being hit in the first place. Affected by Navigator abilities suffer a stacking -10 penalty to the next resistance test. It's probably also very good. Again, so many of these are very good, but I don't know how immediately they're going to be useful. Very good, but not immediately impactful. So I know I'm kind of skipping over them. I realize so many are probably great and needed in the long run. But I'm trying to find the one that is going to be super impactful immediately. The Navigator makes all resistance tests with their willpower. I think my priority would probably be the one that changes dodge to perception. The Fellowship boost is also great. Whenever a creature in combat takes an extra turn, the Navigator gains a stacking 5 bonus to will power. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, that would be good. That would be really good. The Navigator path powers deal +1 additional damage for every 5 bonus characteristic. Oh, that's right. Honestly, at the moment, meh. I feel like she's doing great. But she's more enabling everyone else at the moment. I have Oblivion. Every enemy the Navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge and hit chance reduced by 2 times perception bonus, which is 10%, which is kind of great. That's a great one as well. Blood Augury, enemies damaged by the Navigator suffer additional damage from warp damage. So this is really only for her. Meh. And the Course Untraveled, also meh. Okay, I really like Mastery Over Time and Eye of Oblivion. Those ones feel very immediately impactful. I also like this unnatural allure because that I'm using the officer ability, this one, voice of command. And unnatural allure is just going to make that so much better. Ooh, it's tough. I think I'm going to take this one. Because not only does that help her and her checks that I'm using her for, fellowship-wise, it helps her buffing everyone else. And it's only going to get better. I think. Yeah, that adds plus 13 to her fellowship at the moment. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that. Oh, there's so much good stuff. Wait, new ranks available? What is this screen? Have I just never paid attention to the screen? Ah, gotcha. I think I've just never paid attention to that screen. I won't level Hemmy up as much as I would like to. I'll leave that for him. I think... Whoa! Weird. I forget how weird Psycho stuff is. There's some really cool stuff in here. Strange vitality. But I think we need the melting armor one. Anyway, I will leave that up to him. We've done this. Can I not see? Yeah, there are my other characters. She's leveled. Abelard, my boy. Let's get you going. Wait. Someone's level up interface. Oh, Hemmy's level up interface was still going. That's what we're looking for. Abelard, I need to boost your strength, bud. Your toughness is great. Your strength needs some work. And for you... Oh, now we could take Nimble. Because we can't take other warrior stuff. Let's take Nimble here. Does that... Yeah. 10%. Why is that only adding 8% if we look at his dodge chance? Oh, is it because of the armor penalty? Is that why? I think that must be why. Okay, I mean, still, I'll take an 8% buff. That's fine by me. I don't think there's anything else that is... Some of these are quite good, actually. Armor penalty, it must be. When an Imperial world is affected by... Yeah, resolve increased. I do think better to die for the Emperor could be good, but we don't want to keep him at under 40% wounds. So all of these are kind of nice, but I think Nimble's a pretty solid buff to him right now. Argenta I would like to keep leveled for the most part, just because she's pretty easy to level. Swift Slaughter, Alacrity, every shot fired by the soldier grants them +1 agility until the end of their next turn. That's not as good as I thought it was. Unless she's using a multi-shot kind of weapon. Swift Slaughter, pretty good. Muzzle velocity, first hit of each burst attack deals additional damage equal to the weapon's current rate of fire. It's not bad. That is pretty good. I do like Tenderize. I do like Integrity. Unpredictable is kind of great. Rack and Ruin deals damage to... After the soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, soldier gains additional damage for their next attack. Little situational, but I like it. I think I'm going to go with Muzzle Velocity for her. And, oh, another common talent. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait, no, this was a normal one. Is Muzzle Velocity a soldier thing? Okay, yeah. I think I need to... Oh, right, this is my last soldier option I've got. I need to make this one count. Hold on. In that case, I think I prefer unpredictable. Since soldiers have run and gun, you can probably get rack and ruin within one turn. That's true, that's what I was thinking, but it does mean that they need to be grouped up enough, which certainly so far they haven't always been. I think I like unpredictable there. Some extra crit chance. Instead. You're not sure if it's good enough? That's alright, Phoenix, that's alright. Her, though, she has bolt weapon stuff. Bolt weapon attacks gain plus 10% armor penetration. Seems pretty good. Seeing as she seems to be, canon-wise, a bolt weapon enthusiast. What else would benefit her? We could get her some... Oh, right! Melter weapons. Wait, no, what are the fire ones? Flame. Flame weapon expert. Where's that? Cost -1 AP. Ooh, Sisters of Battle classically use flames, bolters, and blades. I think I would like her to have flame weapon expert. I think that sounds like fun. Sure. And then... Wait, what? Oh yeah, another common talent. And a skill? Oh, one of those skills, not a fun ability. Down here, I keep looking at these thinking, man, these have got to be great. But they're kinda not. Oh, well, there we go, Freaky. Melee, flame, and melter weapon attacks against... Interesting, not bolt weapon attacks. Against demons and psychers, deal additional damage, gain armor penetration. Sure. Sure. Plus 3% chance to ignore any enemy attack. Kinda good. What's the 3 from? Oh, willpower. We're probably not boosting that too much for her. Oh, except all of this stuff boosts from willpower. Bonus to armor against attacks from demons and warp damage. Again, it's so specific. Oh, there's very much a concert happening outside. Thanix, her priest talent you only get in her late game, since her soldier and arc militant is much better. Gotcha, gotcha. But at the moment I'm just doing common talents, so I'm not sure what I should be doing. Maybe I should also get the bolt weapon expert here, seeing as she's kind of using both. Against demons, fire and blades tend to work the best in lore. Gotcha, okay, neat. So she's already doing well if she's got a flame weapon going. I think I'm fine with that. Grenadier could be good on her. Yeah, sure. All of these are just so very specific. Kind of makes me hesitant to take them. You reckon gear her up for heavy weapons? Is there going to be another character who's better suited for heavy weapons, though? Because I'm very happy leaving her with bolters and flame weapons. That Argenta is your go-to heavy weapon as well, Phoenix? Interesting. Okay. Okay. You can get heavy bolters? Oh. Alrighty, let's go with heavy weapon, heavy bolter, and heavy flamer. Fascinating. Her strength is not good, so I need to boost her strength a little. I did like unpredictable, didn't I? Yeah, I feel like that's just always going to be good, no matter what kind of weapon I pick up. Beneficial. And her agility is great. So here, heavy weapon proficiency. And then here... Is there more I can boost heavy weapons stuff by? Oh, it was breaking point, wasn't it? But she needs character level 15. Which she is? Okay. That's fine. Let's stick with bolt weapon expert there then. They exist, but we won't get one till Act 2. That's alright, that's alright. I'll get it ready. At least she can... At least so that she can equip them, even if she's maybe not amazing. There are a lot of heavy weapon skills all up. Okay, interesting. Let's stick with this. I am happy with that for now. And we will give her some athletics. Athletics is based on strength. Let's give her Medicae, seeing as she can use a medkit. Can and does use a medkit. Sweet. Happy days. So that's all of my people leveled. I think then that's where we'll leave it. Hello, Infinity. How are you doing? Hemmy would say hello as well, but he's taking a break at the moment. So I'm trying to look around. Oh, Heinrichs. Ew. I don't want to talk to you. I'm looking around for my crew so that I can have a quick chat with them. See if there's anything I need to be doing while I'm in the area.
Greetings.
Oh, wonderful. Even in stillness, Sister Argenta radiates energy. With her dark eyes shining and a slight blush to her cheeks, she is reciting a prayer and looks to you only once she has finished the final line. Oh my goodness, I could ask her so much stuff. Infinity, how are you doing? Argenta, how did you end up on Theodora's ship?
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet.
She was in Footfall!
But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the pirate attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I
mean, I guess it was a pirate attack, but it was also a cultist attack. That's a weird slip.
I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, while her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I'd barely recovered from my wounds when the pirates struck.
Again?
Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations.
I wonder if it was originally written as a pirate attack, and then got rewritten and they didn't redo the voice acting. Heinrichs is pretty interesting as well, Thenix. You kind of liked him. Ooh, but I don't like him, Thenix. He gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, I might give him a chance at some point. Argenta, what happened to the people who wounded you? Did Theodora's men eliminate them? Let's just say he's not a typical Inquisitor. Is he not? He sure seemed like it when we met him, Thenix. Okay, tell you what, I'll give him a chance. I'm just saying, at the moment, I don't like him. Based on your recommendation, I will give him a chance. Infinity, you're tired and nauseous. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Any particular reason or just long day? Otherwise, you're okay. Glad otherwise things are okay. Otherwise, that would be really rough, Infinity. We are doing very well, thank you. It's been a fun stream. To be honest, I am procrastinating because I don't want to wrap up the arc here without Hemmy. So at the moment, we're just chilling. We're taking care of things like level ups and talking to the crew and just making sure that I'm very ready to wrap up. I assume what is Arc 1? Act 1. Hello, Zenu! How are you doing? And Crimson Cantata! He's not a typical Inquisitor. What does he do? Spare the lives of the innocent? This is a valid question, Crimson. So sorry, Argenta, what happened to the people who wounded them? Wounded you?
Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more. And it's bound to happen someday.
I get the feeling I shouldn't take her with me when I go to Footfall. You mentioned a mistake?
It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
So where was this?
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
Of course, I understand. Very productive day for you, Zenu. Fantastic! Well done. You're already done with the year? It's 6 days in, Zenu. Oh no. I mean, we could go to that planet and deal with the Chaos Worshippers. As long as it's not on Footfall. I need to make acquaintances on Footfall. Let's say he shows a different side to you, whether you are dogmatic or iconoclast. Interesting. What about if you're heretical, Thanex? Do you know? Infinity, you had a long day yesterday and didn't sleep last night? Oh, and new medication, that's a nasty knock-on effect. Yeah, and nausea's a common side effect. Jeez. Oh, I'm sorry, Infinity. But we're really good. Thank you for asking. I hope you get to rest up and I hope those effects go away.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the von Valanci's protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now. Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared.
So what was it like traveling with Theodora?
I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistics systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional sister of battle aboard the ship.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to hear Abelard was looking out for her. Thanex, you're just guessing, but heretical might be a bit much for him. That makes a lot of sense. And Crimson, Argenta, mistakes happen to the best of us. Shallow goes, do they? I'll let you know if they ever happen to me. Of course they happen to me. That's why we're iconoclast. We have to understand that people make mistakes and you just have to get on with life and deal with that. The more you let your mistakes weigh you down, the worse things become.
But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the pirates. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright.
Normally, I would really like Argenta's character type. But I really dislike characters who do exactly this. And cannot get over their dislike of people based on titles assigned to them rather than who they actually are. Frankie, yes, and the most recent one is Hemmy, that psycho over in the corner who's chuckling with fire. Prejudice, exactly, Crimson, exactly. I can understand prejudice out of ignorance. I think that is very understandable, and if, you know, people are exposed to the things they don't know about and are able to change their minds and opinions, that's awesome. That's totally understandable. It's when people are very deliberately prejudiced knowingly and voluntarily. Okay, well, no more questions, thank you.
As you wish.
Let's see. What are the Adeptus Sororitas? That's the Battle Sisters. What is it that's keeping you in my retinue?
This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
Fair enough. I get that, Frankie. I totally get that she is very representative of the system she is in. I don't like that system. So while normally she would be the kind of character I really like, and she makes sense in this world, I just don't like it. And then you think Adara is dabbling in dealing with being in the warp beyond what a normal psyker does, and that would make Argenta especially dislike her. And I mean, she's unsanctioned, so I get it. I don't like it. Well, you may be of use to me, so I have no problem with your presence. Argenta gives you a stern look, but says nothing, only nodding impassively. Yeah, that's about what that response would get, I suppose. Tell you what, I'm going to thank you very much for this conversation, Argenta. Until next time. Let's go see... Oh, Cassia, you're up front, huh? Doing some navigating.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Really? I would have thought navigating is more important. But that's okay. And Crimson, you're curious to see what type of damage Hemmy will manage to inflict on himself while seated today. Well, he's already burnt himself on very spicy noodles. So far we've had burning and falling damage, but the possibilities are endless. Isn't it exciting? You know what, Cassia? Tell me about yourself.
I am a part of House Orcelio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra.
Okay, Cassia, look, I'd like to know more about you, personally, not your your family. Neil, is the voice acting putting you to sleep? It's the immediate wiki article. It's like, tell me a bit about yourself. I want to hear, maybe something about your childhood and how you're feeling about things. Instead, it's like, no, here is my entire lineage and what that entire family has done. Let me give you the dates and entry points. It's the kind of history I find very boring.
You wish to know about me?
Yeah, there we go.
I suppose I can help you with that. What would you like to know?
Crimson, since time immemorial, House Orcelio has pronounced our name in the in the least intuitive way possible. How would you pronounce it, Crimson? So, you've never lived anywhere but Uric 5. I feel like we know that. Oh, your third eye. Do you always conceal it?
The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil.
Fair enough. Very good.
Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
That's one way to put it, I guess, if you need to make yourself feel better. I don't like any of these replies. Oh, I don't like any of these replies. Tell you what, you do not look repulsive, Cassia. Unusual, but not repulsive.
Perhaps my appearance does not terrify you right now, but this will not always be so. The navigator gene is unstable. My body is going to change over time. And only the God Emperor knows exactly how.
Oh, in genuine terror, Cassia presses fingers to her lips, as if belatedly trying to stop the words from tumbling out. Fascinating. I wonder if that must be something she's quite self-conscious about. It is also very common for navigators on their line of duty to age extremely rapidly. Why is that, Freaky? That's kind of scary. Oh, you don't think she pronounced it the way I did? I must not have been paying attention, Crimson. What does it feel like to guide a ship through the warp?
It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Elronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me.
But the what? The wood? That is certainly a sentence. Out of context, Cassie also has an unusual amount of mutation for her age, compared to Rogue Trader RPG description at least. Fascinating. Huh. Prolonged exposure to the warp amongst other things. I guess if she's extremely talented, and she has more exposure to the warp, that would increase the amount of mutations happening? Intriguing.
But everything changed when I found
When the
my
Fire
own
Nation
key to
attacked.
this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
Interesting. Neat. I love that description. That makes an enormous amount of sense. All navigators in this seem to be extremely mutated beyond all other lore you've seen, Freaky. That's interesting. Is that just, do you think, how the Rogue Trader... Is that in the game? Is that the Rogue Trader module in general? RPG? Maybe like the writer's interpretation of it? Interesting. I've noticed your love of painting is reflected in your speech as well. You associate so many images with hues and colors.
The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world.
Interesting. I'm really looking forward to having both her and Adara in the party and just their constant little insights that are always a little bit biased or not clear. It makes it quite fun. Why don't we talk about something else? You're speaking of this game, not the tabletop module or anything, Freaky. Fascinating. So maybe it's just Owlcat's interpretation of it. Young navigators can look human-like with just a third eye, and it gets worse over time, Phoenix. Okay. So she's definitely more mutated than normal. In most situations beyond their third eye, they're almost indistinguishable. Do you know if we meet many other navigators during the game?
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
I wonder if it's just this house that she's part of? Or if it's Owlcat's interpretation in general. So what does your special sight reveal?
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it.
Intriguing. We had Adara say something else like that for her, right? Something like she's got two paths to choose?
Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at.
Interesting.
Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him.
Aww.
Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life.
That's nice. He needs to learn how to lead. But that's nice. I like that. We will meet others. Okay, I look forward to it. Ooh! I hear a Hemmy. How you doing? Yeah? Yeah? Shall we call it there, or do you want to join for the wrap-up of the act? Yeah?
The esteemed Magus Hanuman is shattered like a beautiful stained
Hanuman.
glass window into a mosaic of colors. His bright, beckoning hues are mixed together in complete disarray. I must confess, it perplexes me. Normally, scarlet and steel are all that fills the heart of a servant of the Omnissiah.
So again, I think Adara said something similar. There's definitely something more going on with Pascal, but we haven't really been able to dig into that yet.
Behind the cobalt steel of his thoughts, behind the cold, faded gray of his emotions, an ember, the color of amber, glows in Master Van Kalox's soul. So bright and warm, one is tempted to touch it. It is sad that the interrogator seeks to drown it with his own hands in the bottomless blue of duty. Sad indeed.
Okay, that's an
But I can
intriguing little
relate.
insight. But I can relate. Ooh. I like that little insight. I wonder if we can change Kalox. Heinrichs. A bit.
Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom. Bright,
All right.
unbridled,
Welcome back.
enveloping
I'm
her
Vic.
form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of
Hello, hello.
colors.
What chaos have you
And
wrought
as
in my
dangerous as a
absence?
twisting
I'm
warp
listening
storm.
to Cassia at
The
the
riot
moment.
of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain?
See, now that I can genuinely understand distrusting Adara a little bit. If you don't know if it's really her or the warp kind of motivating her. All right, well, this is where I must beg my leave.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Thank you, Cassia. I've been chatting to people, getting to know them a little bit.
Thank you, Infinity. Hello, hello.
Yeah, Infinity says hi. Just a normal amount of chaos, Crimson.
Can
Absolutely.
I have an invite?
Absolutely. Let's get you in here. So I went to the governor.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Go on.
there we go. And he said, yes, thank you. We're about to celebrate and throw a whole festival in your honor. And I believe that is the wrap-up for the whole act. So I then went off. I scanned the other planet. There was a weird void ship.
A weird void ship.
Yeah, weird
Ooh.
void Drakari ship.
Uh-huh.
And we looted some stuff from it. Nearly set off a bunch of traps. Did you get the invite?
Yeah, I accepted and nothing happened. There we go.
Is
It
it
just
him?
took a minute.
Okay. Do I launch? Oh, please tell me it's using where I just left off from. Ooh. Hopefully. And yeah. Oh, we leveled, so you've got a couple of levels to do. It's
A
like
couple of levels?
well, one level.
Oh.
It's like
I was going to say, where is this efficiency when I'm on stream?
well, it's pretty much our last level of whatever this archetype is, or last couple of levels. So in a level or two, we're going to be choosing our next archetypes.
Yeah, I remember. I'm Bounty
exciting.
Hunter.
Yeah, you're going Bounty Hunter. I'm going Tactician, I think.
I haven't lost track.
Yeah. We
Something
don't know.
about this room sets off
It's
my
really
nose.
setting off your nose, huh? Interesting. Let's get this started.
It's on.
It's not.
Now it's off. Now it's on.
No, it's on.
It was on before.
Was it?
It really was. I could feel it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
There's a fan over in the corner that we are talking about, by the way.
yeah, sorry. Maybe we need to clean out this room.
I'm wondering if maybe there's mold in there.
Maybe.
Oh. Alright.
Shame.
Press the board.
Oh, I can't. Not yet.
Oh, do it anyway.
Do it anyway. Okay, I will go navigate us back to Mr. Governor,
Uh-huh.
and we'll see what he has to say.
Okay.
See what kind of party he's willing to throw us.
Sounds good to me.
I also bought some stuff.
What kind of stuff?
It wasn't very interesting.
Flame staff?
No.
Oh. Would you like to press a key?
Yeah.
Oh, a map.
It was like some little keys.
Oh, I have levels.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Yeah, you do. I'm going to go land first, so you might not want to get too invested.
Oh. I was told to level and then immediately punished for trying.
No. I did say not yet. There we go. This is the team we want to take on. Marvelous.
Very good. I'm waiting. There we go.
Do you want to wait? Now, I was thinking the armor reduction ability for you is probably going to be quite a nice one.
Yep.
But I'm not sure what else you want to be taken on them.
Me neither.
Do you want to do the level up now?
You know, I'm
okay.
happy to do whatever.
Sure. I mean, if you'd like to do it now. Oh, bless you. Oh, dear.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh. Are you going to survive?
I'll try.
We've discovered that Abelard is in fact Abelard?
Abelardy.
Abelardy. So that was a good one. And our team is firing on all cylinders, really, now. So I'm excited to see what we get when we go into our next archetypes. Or more accurately, Steve, correct?
Yeah.
Abelard or Steve, you know. Depending how Celtic you want to get about it. But with that said, thank you very much, everyone, for coming by. Freaky and Thanix for the advice. It's really, really helpful. Hepafin, I don't think I said hello properly, so hello. It was really good to see you. It was really good to see everyone who came by, so thank you so much for that. I'm really looking forward to wrapping this all up next time. Unfortunately, this is the end of our break, so we will go back to maybe 2 to 3 times a week. As usual, episodes are being uploaded on YouTube. There is a slight delay, but it's pretty up to date. Or VODs are available here. There is also TikTok links if you're interested in just the clips. And there is Discord links down below if you'd like to join the Discord chat and be notified when we're going live next. Zenu, have a great night. I'm glad to hear that you were doing really well. Hemmy, thank you for joining me, despite the allergies kicking in.
I'm dying.
Oh, no. And let's see if there's anyone we can go raid.
Oh, it just makes me want to see a pyromancer towards the end of their build, because it seems so cool. Oh,
Right. Let's see.
that Nadira is just getting super strong with the burst damage.
Right, I cannot believe the levels of burst she was
70
dissing
whatever
out.
damage at the end there.
Gosh, it was insane. Sweet Calix is live, so I'm looking forward to going over and seeing what she's doing. I won't hang out for too long because she's a little bit ahead of us in Rogue Trader, I think, unless she's fallen behind. But if we can send her some love, that would be much appreciated. She's also gone into this blind like we have. So if we can help her out a little bit, or if you want to stick around and see what she's thinking, that would be awesome. You're doing up to 120 damage at the moment, Frankie? Gosh. Damn. That feels nuts compared to what we had when we were starting.
Yeah, 0 to 4.
Yeah, exactly. So glad that has changed. How do I raid?
And thank you, Thanix. I will, as soon as I leave this room, it's fine. Whatever is triggering it is in this room, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was fine in the other room.
And plasma is great. We will have to keep that in mind, Frankie. That's very exciting. Alrighty, with that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever it is, whatever your time zone. Stay safe and healthy. Ooh. And until next time, I've been Flewt.
I've been Sneezy.
And you've been fantastic. Bye-bye.